Alright, so we got the banana slugs going. Let's take a look at this ship. Slug C is sort of an interesting vessel. We have the shields, 2 engines, oxygen, 2 power and weapons, piloting, level 2 doors, a clone bay, which I prefer over a med bay. We also have mind control and hacking. Hacking is one of the best systems in the game. We got 3 slugs. A chain burst laser. I am not a fan of the chain burst laser. I hope we can replace that soon. Mainly I find it to be just sort of a bad burst laser. We also got slug repair gel that will start healing breaches on its own. We will be selling this in a shop as soon as we can. So aside from weapons, this ship has like all the parts you would need for a pretty strong run. I guess you would sort of look for cloaking to have something that deals with missiles, but our 3 crew members can't be mind controlled. Having a pilot that cannot be mind controlled is pretty strong. We also have options for crew kills. Clone bay, mind control, and level 2 doors means we're actually pretty strong against boarders. Oh, I have to turn this on to hard mode. Yeah, so this is a very flexible ship. We don't got sensors, but that's okay. Slugs actually can have sort of a lifeform scanners, so they always see who's aboard enemy ships, even in nebulas. There's no downside to slugs. Everybody loves them. Alright, so the data we carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit of an odd... Hey, Elad. Welcome to the channel. It's a bit of an odd Sector 1 with this ship. While, yes, we'll be... Sure, you lad. He needs that one. I just lost my lid. Alright, so it's going to be a slightly odd Sector 1 because our weapons are pretty weak and they're slow. So I have a tendency to use hacking defensively to slow down enemy weapons, then hopefully our chain laser hits them. Then we get to shift towards a more offensive ship. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, pretty straightforward Sector 1. I think we can begin. Let's see, a short time, you receive message. Hello, I hope it's not a bother. Of course not, but I'm looking for an escort. Oh, to a nearby system. I thought this was gonna be FTL After Dark there for a second. This region is quite dangerous, and our ship is not well armed. Let's talk about how amazingly armed this ship is. That's with the Burst 2 mini laser. That is a phenomenal weapon system. I will accept your 3 fuel and a quest marker. Oh, that's literally 1 jump. You need to be escorted a single jump. Couldn't possibly be a trap. You escort the ship to the requested beacon. Much to your dismays, you're ambushed by a rebel ship. It's a trap. You walked right into it. Now, did I technically walk? I'm in a spaceship, and we're slugs. We don't have... There's 2 non-walking mechanisms at play here. Alright. Oh, you have a flak and a basic laser. Alright, yeah, we're going to hack their weapon system. Probably should actually power up our own weapon system while we're at it. 1 shield against 4 projectiles is a pretty bad time. Particularly when our weapon won't fire for 16 seconds. Alright. Alright, let's mind control the pilot. Hopefully that lowers its evasion enough that our shots hit. And we took down the flag. So Twinge mentioned, and I don't know if I mentioned this in previous stream, that weapons actually don't depower due to damage dealt, but which one had the least amount of charge. We dealt 1 damage to the weapons and took off the 2 powered weapon instead of the 1 powered weapon, so that seems to actually be true, which is kind of an interesting mechanic to utilize in fights. Alright, just got to keep that weapon system down. Go ahead and hack once more. Do I want to hit shields? Oh wait, why is it hacking? The weapons aren't even charged. Yeah, let's hit shields. Or not. That's also fine. Really? Alright, well now the chain laser will actually be sped up, so it's a decent weapon currently. I would prefer you to not fix those. Even though they don't have a medbay, I'm not going to try for anything fancy like crew kills here. They really don't have enough hull. Yeah, so fights are going to be relatively slow to start with. Wow, they offer to give you some of their goods if you do not destroy their ship. A total of 4 fuels, 7 missiles, and 9 scrap. That's a pretty ridiculous reward. Even though we don't have missiles, we might be able to trade them for resources later, such as reactors, or sell them to people on the black market, as you often do. So I'm going to accept their offer. Okay, let's check out this distress then. Greetings, it'd be so good to see... Oh, it is so good to see you. We've been out of fuel and floating out here for weeks. We were terrified a pirate or those damn rebels would find us first. Could you spare some fuel? I do have a few extra fuel right there. Sure, no problem. Perhaps as payment, our engineer can optimize your ship's reactor output. Okay, so that was 20 scrap right there. Pretty decent. Okay, asteroid field. This is scary. They also have drones. This is even scarier. Okay, what kind of drone are we talking about? Okay, we have this drone and a basic laser. I'm more terrified of the drone than the basic laser. This is going to fire repeatedly. The fact that we're also in an asteroid field, this is pretty spooky of a fight. Okay, just going to try and buy us some time. Oh, you're such a slow weapon. Okay, well, there went my hacking. That's kind of not good. Okay, there's a breach. The slug shell will repair that on its own. Just don't hit me in the weapons. Don't hit me in the weapons. Okay, they also didn't have a buffer point. Thank you for that. Oh, this is such a spooky fight. Oh, we have an NG. Not cool. Okay. No need to even worry about evasion right now, because I don't have any. Okay, at least we've got their weapon system down. Whew. Such a scary fight. And you had a... Geez, you had a buffer and shields. This ship is terrifying. Okay. Took a little bit of damage, but got through there. 3, 4. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get this repaired before I leave because I don't want to jump to that store right now. I would actually like my mind control up. It's unlikely I will get hit by enough asteroids. One, two. Really just trying to get to the store to sell the Slug gel. Alright, let's see. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Chance to double rewards. They got a missile system. So once again, we will hack their weapons, buy us some time. Okay, so... Oh, that's nice. They decided to shift power for some reason. Okay. I'm totally good with that. Wow, they destroyed their own piloting? Also nice. So might as well target the shields. And should be a pretty clean fight. Alright, 3 fuel, 13 scrap. The outpost hails you. Those pompous bastards expected free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. Alright, so we now actually have 55 scrap. We can get that second shield online. We already actually had a power upgrade. Double shields. Good start. I'll be a little greedy, see if we can get some more scrap before we go to the store. Let's see, Captain, we are Federation Terraforming Team C12 and are in need of assistance. Do you have some time? Absolutely. Hey, what are we flying? We are flying the Slug C. Thank you. We're to scan a planet for life before we can begin terraforming, but our sensors can't get the necessary power to scan through the atmosphere. We will attempt to scan the planet. Our sensors are also terrible. Yeah, I got the Slug C. Slug C, it's an interesting ship. Because it has a lot of flexibility in how we can kill crew, since it has mind control and hacking. Drone control, cloaking, backup battery, some drones. I don't have drone control. Flak 1. Flak 1. Let's see, that would give us 67 scrap, and we could actually get the Flak 1. Ooh, that's... I think we have to go Flak here. So the Flak is a vastly superior weapon, but it doesn't target... It isn't as accurate as our chain laser would be. But I'm totally going to take 3 projectiles over 2 incredibly slow ones. I'm slightly hesitant because one of the best ways to get crew kills is you would hack piloting and then mind control the pilot, let everyone get into the pilot room, particularly in early sectors that'll only have 3 crew, and then you can shoot the piloting and damage multiple crew. Plus the mind control, then their evasion drops, and it makes it easier for killing the crew without actually having to board. How many jumps do we have? 1, 2, possibly 3. But I'm not going to turn down one of the best weapons in the game. Small platform orbits near this beacon. It looks like a fueling station of some sort. Now, I actually have level 2 doors. What kind of doors do I need to not take damage from this? I thought you needed blast doors. That might be level 3. Yeah, we can get damaged. Requires a level 2 door system. Okay, so we can just get 5 fuel. Steal it. Alright, we got 3 free fuel. Decent. So we're not hurrying on fuel. We have actually quite a few drone parts. And we did improve our weapon. That's really close. I'm not going to dive in Sector 1. Diving in Sector 1 is a bad idea. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Well, we totally need more fuel. Let us attack this ship. Alright, shouldn't need drone parts since they decided to not have a shield. And mind control is no good, so we can increase our evasion. You jerks. Well, that's a robot. I guess it's not. Can robots be jerks? I think robots can be jerks. Okay, that was a fire in the doors. That is a bad thing. Alright, yeah, I probably should put 2 crew on 2 fires. The misses. Alright. So the clone bay is very handy for being aggressive boarding strats. If you've been on my channel before, other ones, 2 fuel, 9 scrap, plus another fuel and 16 scrap. You have a tendency to like kill off your own crew members, particularly if you have boarders, as the way to heal them. However, that reduces their skill, and I'm not boarding with these crew. I actually want them to maintain skill. So there's a fine line between, you know, maintaining their skill levels and also make sure they have health when dealing with boarders. Could have made it. Alright, we got a civilian sector and NG controlled. Wow, this is a little gross. So I have a fear like these 2 points here are something like an abandoned sector, which late abandoned sectors are typically a bad time. So to avoid that, I would have to go this route. We can go NG controlled. I mean, nebulas are totally fine with slugs. It's not... Well, I don't have the sensor issue. I haven't picked up long-range scanners. My main concern is getting pigeonholed into a really bad Sector 6. store. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything for the store. All right, let's see. I would like another weapon to complement the flak, something with a little bit more accuracy. Doesn't have to be amazing, just some projectiles. Probably get an improvement in engines. We're technically light a power bar right now. Alright, but I'll keep the scrap floating. Let's see, is there a way I can jump to the store and then another point? There is not. But it's an NG sector. We'll probably find multiple stores. They think they can have upwards of 3. Welcome back. Alright, so abandoned mining station has an anti-ship beam drone, as you often have. What is the third system I would want? Ideally, what I would like to be able to afford is cloaking. Cloaking gives me some way of dealing with missiles, and I don't want drone control because I'm already going to be using drone parts for hacking. Yeah, and the other system is, what, teleporting, which we're not a boarding ship. I don't want to be a boarding ship. What first seems to be a simple nebula is actually filled with a good amount of debris from a brutal exchange between several ships. Let's go investigating. And we are disappointed. Okay, that actually crosses over, so does those jumps up there. Let's see, as soon as you jump into the system, you receive a hail from a nearby civilian NG vessel. Their captain appears on the screen. Strange bug, can you assist us in debugging? Okay, so I don't have an NG for this quest. I think this is the virus quest? Or is this the Confused Mantis quest? Oh, it's the Confused Mantis quest. Let's see. Yeah, we can listen to their problem because we have mind control. Found a malfunctioning mantis. Believe it is human. Will receive input only from humans. Danger evaluation extremely high. Provide assistance. We will use our mind control to calm him down. Alright, so we only get some resources from this. Bit unfortunate. Actually, I don't know if I can get crew. Oh no, so there's actually... Oh, only the human option can potentially get crew, and that's the only blue human option in the game. Anyways, 2 missiles, 14 scrap. Alright, so now we're going to kind of hunt for a store, try looking for a weapon. Okay, this should be pretty good for us. A rebel fighter here seemed to suggest elements of the rebel fleet are already making incursions in Age space. You move in to engage. I do. Alright, let's see if we can get a crew kill here, since they only have a single projectile, so our 2-shielded system is completely safe. Mind control the pilot, but power off the hacking so the crew can go up there. Come on, go up there, engineer. There we go. Alright, we repower our hacking, and we turn off evasion, and hopefully we hit them. I say, hopefully we hit them. Alright, I think we got 1 crew kill. 41 health. So yeah, always try to go for crew kills. Well, not always. There might actually be circumstances where you don't want to crew kill. It tends to give you more scrap and a chance of better free items. Not better free items, but more likely to find free items. Let's do this again. Yes, fight for my entertainment. Alright. Should be able to get a crew kill now with no problem. I said we should get a crew kill, no problem. Oh, game, what are you doing? Alright, there we go. With the crew dead, you're able to find fuel out of the storage. You also take the scrap you can manage. 6 fuel, 22 scrap. Alright, we are definitely not hurting on fuel. No store. Okay, fair enough. Plenty of jumps left in the sector. You overhear Mantis com chatter. The one on the right is starting to rot. Take him down. Take off his fingers, put him out the airlock. They certainly don't seem to be friendly. Putting your own crew out the airlock? Oh, that is the worst thing I've ever heard. Okay, they have a teleporter and a clone bay. Clone bay is kind of icky, but they also only have 2 crew. Alright, pausing to sort of think of how I actually want to try and kill their crew off here. Alright, don't hurt my clone bay, don't be a jerk. Alright, got the oxygen out. Hoping I don't actually have to hack here. Save on drone part and other resources. Alright, so the Mantis is dead and the NG's pretty low health. Really? Yeah, okay, I need you to stop fixing that, if you don't mind. Alright, no more life signs remaining on the ship. We get to strip it of useful materials. 1 fuel, 1 drone, 16 scrap. We will actually kill off our engines person. That's way too low of health. Let's go ahead, power up engines. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, that should be okay. We do have the drone to sell, and I want to hit probably at least 2 more jumps before the actual store. So we can buy ourselves something nice. I will give you 3 fuel. Have some extra scrap, 21 scrap. Alright, that's a decent amount. 2, 3 jumps before the store, no problem. Let's see. The rebel fighter here would seem to suggest elements of the rebel fleet are already making incursion into NG space. You move in to engage. Okay, well, they have a drone, but they don't have a way to heal. What kind of drone do they have? Oh. Okay, that is not really a problem. So do we have a safe fight? Essentially, we're just going to use the hack to, or not the hack, the flak to speed this up. So how's everyone today? I hope everyone had a lovely Tuesday. Mine was relatively uneventful, which I appreciated. Pretty good? Oh, that's excellent. Well, you were working on your roguelike pentathlon, Elad, except I into the flagship on easy. I think you were being a little bit too rough on yourself, considering I don't know how long it's been since you played the game and you were trying to speed run your way to the flagship fight. Dodge? Dodging's not allowed. And you've also never played Advanced Edition. So what you're saying, Advanced Edition actually does change the flagship fight considerably, so because it has the mind control, the hacking. It also had level 4 shields, which is surprising, because I think on regular easy, it only has 3. I need to hit this guy 3 more times with my weapons without hitting any of my other weapons. Or without doing too much damage to the hull. Yeah. Hacking is a thing. Come on. Alright, there we go. Crew dead, 6 fuel, 19 scrap. All the fuel. Oh yeah, you had the weapons hack, which is... that's actually the worst kind of hack. So you arrive just in time to see an unused, well-armed NG ship destroy a small pyrocraft. Teleporter signal is detected. Intruder on deck. Okay, so we can get a lot of scrap or the chance for a free Mantis crew member. I think I'll take the... this is like a coin flip versus 66% chance of just getting good scrap. I'll take the good scrap. 21 scrap, 5 hull damage. And a fire. Alright, we're just gonna vent that out then. Alright, fire stopped. You guys are gonna take a little bit of damage there. Alright, but I think we go to a store after this anyway, so we'll get a couple heals. The normal heals, not the murder them kind of heals. What do you have on 2? Okay, those aren't actual weapons. Drone control, crew teleport, backup battery. Gonna sell the beam drone there. Is there actually another store nearby? There is not. Alright, I'm gonna have 2 jumps. 1, 2 jumps here. This is where the boldness of buying the flak might haunt me, because I spent additional scrap doing that. As opposed to maybe having... well, I guess I wouldn't have additional weapons online. Alright. I'll just improve evasion then. Like getting level 4 dodge. See an NG ship in the vicinity. Seeing you jump in armed to the teeth. Yes, our single flak. Super armed to the teeth. Subject goal, wealth. NG motivated by survival. Transfer of goods acceptable. So if we explained we're friendly, I think there's a chance at crew. Or a chance at nothing. And if we accept their surrender, we always get free stuff. Always be getting free stuff. 3 fuel, 2 missiles, 20 scrap. You see a civilian space station with heavy damage and receive a message. We've been hit pretty hard by the war. We need more drone parts to speed up our repairs. We'll buy some from you if you have extra. I think with our weapon setup being what it is, I can't afford to really sell drone parts now. We will start facing 3 shielded ships. So I'm just going to have to ignore that. Mantis control or abandoned sector. That's interesting. Interesting. Well, let's go abandoned sector. It's only sector 3, so it shouldn't be as horrifying as sector 4 and up, I think, is when they start getting particularly bad. Store right off the bat. I approve. Price. They're probably cheap goods to sell. Alright, do you sell weapons? You should. It's the abandoned sector. It's a very frightening sector. That is a weapon. Hull Laser Mark II. Out of curiosity, not out of curiosity, ship. That is 25 scrap to get a 3rd power bar. We can totally use that over the flak when we need to. Heal bomb, awful. Breach bomb is actually a pretty solid weapon. It deals 3 damage to the system, 45 damage to the crew. It doesn't deal any hull damage, but I mean, this absolutely wrecks any system. Hull Smasher 2, do it. I don't know. Okay then. Yeah, so we now at least have a targeting projectile. It's, let's take a look at this bad boy here on the ship. So yeah, it's 3 power, 15-second wait time, but it fires 3 projectiles. I think it actually has a decent enough chance, fire chance low, breach chance low. I actually don't have the percentages memorized. Like, their definition of low is kind of weird. Sometimes that could mean 5%, and also could mean anywhere up to like 30%, I believe. I don't know. Buys it immediately. Yes. Yes, I did. Alright, so that is pretty amazing find. You should have been nice and fired Heal Bomb into the ships. Maybe you could find peace. Find peace? I'm not a Zoltan Envoy. Zoltan Envoy fully trained in weapons. It appears to be a distress beacon. It comes to the surface of a nearby moon. Your sensor picking up a single life form. Hey Crow, I just wanted to say really appreciate all the advice you're given. It's helped a lot. The only thing I'm wondering is what are the good and bad weapons? I don't think my weapon quality evaluation is that good. Alright, let's see. I don't know if I wish I had like a weapon tier list. Go down to the surface, investigate, invite them to join our crew. Hey, Charlie! You actually... Wow, he's trained in shields, and we already have level 2 doors, so shields will go. Let's see. So, if I'm going weapon tiers, Flak 1, Burst 2, top tier weapons, 95% of the time you're going to want to buy them. I'm sorry, Burst 2, Flak 1. 3 projectiles for 2 power is pretty amazing. Slightly below that, I would put the Heavy Laser 1, 1 power for 2 damage. Halberd Beam is the best beam weapon. What else would I sort of put up in that category? Maybe Hull Laser 2 might be up there as well. You're typically looking for just straight up projectiles to take down shields normally. Avoiding missile weapons. The reason I would say avoid missile weapons is because they get shot down by anti-drones, which makes them weak, and they're also weak in multiples since they take missiles to actually fire. This is particularly necessary for like phase 2 of the flagship fight, where it has the anti-drone. So if you had a lot of power tied up into a single missile unit, or you're relying on damage, you would lose a considerable amount of your damage. Beam weapons, if you can bolster them with enough projectiles to take down shields or hacking, can be decent. I kind of find them a little bit overrated. What I prefer to do is dunk like a single room, like just hit their weapons with enough projectiles to take them down. So even like, I almost prefer, say, like a burst 2, or I'm sorry, like a burst 1 over like even a pike beam. While it's nice to be able to occasionally finish fights quickly, just like I said, the ability to, just cripple ships offensively and then pick them apart. I'd rather have like a long, safe fight than a, potentially quick but risky one. Yeah, 2 Vulcans. Vulcans, most of the chain weapons are pretty bad. Almost all the chain weapons are pretty bad. Vulcan weapons, ion weapons are pretty weak. 31 scrap. That lets me improve my weapons. Yeah, generally I prefer weapons that actually do damage over ions. But you have to be... It's more about, like, knowing how many shields your enemy ships are going to have and how many projectiles you're going to need to get through them. But yeah, any weapon that costs, like, 4 power, glaive beams are pretty terrible. Yeah, I saw a flagship fight end in less than 5 minutes with 2 Vulcans. Very possible. Alright, we got intruders on board. Whoa! Hi, intruders. Do you like breathing? Because you're not breathing now. We're going to move the human into the doors, and then we're just going to move everybody away. Yeah, I'm not even really concerned with, like, mind controlling any of them right now. Alright, I now just became concerned with mind controlling one of them. You're not going to fight them? You're going to fight the people in Clone Bay. Alright, it'll take them a while before they work through our engines and we actually take any damage from it. I just don't want crew to get hurt. Actually, they are at pretty much max levels right now of health. Alright, we might as well go in. Because I'm using a Clone Bay and I don't want to lose skills on him. Let's have a build with 2 burst 2s and 2 chain laser 2s. Works pretty well for me. Yeah, so chain lasers, I don't like chain lasers versus burst lasers and how they're really slow. But, I mean, 2 burst 2s are amazing. Burst 2 is, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game. Alright, we divvied up the damage pretty well there. And against the flagship fight, it's actually going to be a pretty protracted fight so that the chain laser is speeding up. But yeah, I mean, that's a totally viable system. I mean, you're talking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 projectiles, and you can time them out every 12 seconds. Not regarding things like automated reloader or manning them. So you should probably be getting down to like 10 seconds. That's a pretty strong weapon setup. But all the other chain weapons, so like the chain ion is... chain ion's really bad. It's actually a little bit difficult to do let's see, Federation Encrypted. Well, let's send away a party to investigate. 27 free scrap. It's kind of difficult to evaluate because so much of the information about FTL is like before the DLC came out, and that has absolutely changed a lot of things. So like I see weapon tier list, and like the Ion Mark II is rated pretty highly, which makes sense because evasion and cloaking weren't as prominent as it is like in hard mode. And those weapons becomes a lot less effective. Now we're going to attack the ship. Oh, you have a missile system. Why you gotta be like that? Is that a heavy one? Okay, so that's an Artemis missile. I really don't want to eat a 2 damage missile. Oh, see, I could barely make out the markings. That actually might be a heavy too. That might only be a Lato. That's okay. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. We're gonna punch a hole into their system pretty soon anyways. Mind control you. Wow, that could just actually be a 5-powered weapon system. Why? That's mean. So like I said, sometimes you just have to make do with projectiles, and also your weapon tiers are going to change. Depending on a couple other factors, like if you only have 3 weapon slots as opposed to 4, some of the quote-unquote worst weapons are even better. I actually sold a halberd beam once. Yeah, why don't you guys fight for a little bit there? I sold a halberd beam for a burst 3, even though the burst 3 is considered way worse. Because I only had a 3-weapon setup, and I didn't have nearly enough projectiles to actually make the halberd beam work. You got the missile up. Why'd you do that? Yeah, could you fight each other? Okay, I need you to be at 15 health. Okay, I actually don't know if the timing's gonna work right. That if all 3 shots hit... No, I need 2 shots to hit. Nice. I was curious if both shots hit. That it takes a while for the clone bay to recognize that the crew is dead. But we lucked out there. So we got 21 scrap plus another 10 from the debris, 58. Alright, it's 85 scrap, not counting 50 in power to get the flak online with our hull laser. That's going to be our next goal, after which I'll probably focus on trying to get level 3 shields, because we should be pretty good there. I mean, that's 6 projectiles. Let's see, you arrive at the beacon, notice a small rebel ship chasing a Lania scavenger away from a wrecked rebel battleship. And as soon as the rebel notices you and moves in to attack, the Lania ships return to their prey like flies on garbage. Charming. Alright, 1, 2, 3 crew and a med bay. Alright, so we're gonna get boarded here. Alright, pretty much just distract them until the oxygen goes out of the room. Wow, actually that weapon system is way scary for me to not be hacking it. That's a ton of projectiles. Oh, yep, lesson learned just a little bit too late. I know, I actually still need you to pilot things, thank you. Okay, yeah, that was bad. That was very bad. Okay, also should have just switched over to the flak. Yeah, luckily this is a 2x2 room, so the flak is still pretty good. Okay, So I made one mistake, and now we're going to take a ridiculous amount of damage because of it. Okay, I really need you to not miss. Okay, I told you to power the flak. That's fine. Hey, Masala. I just didn't hack something, and I totally should have hacked it, and now I'm in some trouble here. Okay, doors are open. That's cool. I have a clone bay. Say I don't have power. Fair enough. Okay, we have almost recovered. Yeah. Okay, you go there. How much health are you at? You're at 85 health. Alright. Recovering, and should be recovered now. Probably helps to actually put you on piloting. Let's see, so they're offering me 6 fuels, 6 missiles, 14 scrap. Geez, that is still a ridiculous offer. Do I need scrap at this point, or do I take the fuel just because I also eventually foresee myself needing more fuel? Alright, I'm just going to take the fuel. Six projectiles, and I decided not to hack weapons. Tisk, tisk. Alright, we got oxygen back. Powered is fine. 85 scrap to get that online. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Let's see. The Lanius Merchant appears to have a significantly improved translator, as you clearly understand their message. Metal content more than sufficient. Does your ship care to exchange resources for excess metal? 3 fuel for 20 scrap. I will sell 3 fuel for 20 scrap. Alright. Don't quite have the power yet, technically. But we now have at least the flexibility of just going straight weapon damage against most ships. 1, 2, 3. Looks like about 4 jumps. 2, 3. A little bit of power and some hull repairs, and we'll be right as rain. You arrive at the beacon and discover what must have been remnants of a large battle. However, a vast majority of metal has been stripped from the ships. I will attack the ship. You got a halberd beam. What else do you have? Okay, basic laser. Clone bay. Our weapon system will go off before theirs. We should be able to damage it. Alright, and now we're safe. I just picked up a substantial amount of fuel, so I'm afraid I'm going to decline that offer. One fuel, 2 missiles, 31 scrap. Buy a power bar. So you find a rebel automated scout floating near the beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. Well, I really don't need a map of the remaining sector. And there's a chance I just get to there safely without activating the drone, so I will just take the guaranteed 13 scrap. Okay, power bar is 25. Looks like I do get another jump in. Don't want to buy the power bar just yet. I will need some scrap for repairs. Okay, beacon appears to have been set up from within an asteroid field to access a mining settlement. However, half the settlement has been dismembered by a number of Lania scavengers. Their military escort moves in to scare you off. I will not be scared off. Okay, burst and that. Okay, yeah, we will hack weapons here. They only have one shield. We can mind control them. That's a lot of projectiles I just do not want to deal with. Four fuel, 2 drone, 14 scrap. No, I don't think I will accept that. Better get out of there. There's a breach. Sucking out all the O2. Two fuel, 1 missiles, 26 scrap. Alright, yeah, I can't actually get improvements while I'm in the middle of an asteroid field. We'll just go to the exit. Holy crap! A weapon is just floating in space. It's hilarious. I don't know if I call a stun bomb a weapon. I guess it's not a heal bomb or repair burst, so it technically counts. Plus 13 scrap. Rebel controlled or NG controlled? We will be going NG controlled. Hey Ronkley, thank you for the host. How went the monk runs? We arrive in NG space. The Mantis have been threatening the NG core worlds. Oh, those NGs. Alright, let's kind of map out the sector here first. Make sure there's no traps. My biggest character of the night was Arya. Coltrane, thank you also for the host. Okay, so I'm okay with my weapons. Want to steal the sun bomb. A little low on hull, but all of my consumables are pretty decent. Monkey bolt performances. No, I am bored. Aw, everyone's so hard on themselves. You play like really hard games, and you're like, ah, they're hard. Snacks. Acceptable. So, I'm probably actually going to try and get a third shield in this sector. 6 projectiles, hacking, and mind control. Pretty strong. That's quite alright. Sleeping is totally allowed in chat. Elad, thank you also for the host. What appears to be a single damaged ship is in fact 2 ships. Oh, they have smashed into each other. There is a flurry of comm signals and damage, and it's hard to determine what has occurred. We are going to ignore these damaged vessels. Attempting to help them results in a fight with no scrap rewards. Sweet and sour chicken. Okay, I do have the bomb to sell. I do need some repairs. Let's see. Let's do one more jump before we actually go to the store. You ran 3 miles? That's a lot. 3 miles is like a lot. A small platform orbits near the beacon. We will dock with the refueling platform. We have level 2 doors. Blast doors! Sweet, 5 free fuel. No damage to our ship. Stocking up on the fuel. Hello, store. What do you have? We have reverse ion field, shield charge booster, distraction buoys, and that is a bunch of garbage. Wow. That's pretty terrible. There's no way I'm using a stun bomb on principle. Alright, so we got our repairs now. Power is acceptable. Distraction buoys, yeah, we'll get... Let's see, we're in Sector 4, so it's 5, 6, 7, 3 extra jumps for 55 scrap. They got me your second 7K score. Nice. I have not... I think my current record, PB, is like 66K with a fairly disgusting... Oh no, I actually got that with a Mantis B run. So you arrive at the beacon and are immediately detected by a pirate ship. It seems the beacon was just a trap. Alright, they have 3 shields. What kind of weapon system do you have? Okay, that's manageable. You only have 2 crew? A Zoltan and an NG. Really? Okay. So I think we'll hit your weapon systems and then try to, should I just take out your clone bay? I just kill them right now, don't I? Okay. Yeah, this is just easier. So we'll just kill them outright and we'll hack the clone bay. Oh wow, was that not actually long enough? I guess I did it too early. Tisk tisk. Okay, that's fine. So 2 of my Irons were both mana freeze. Mana freeze still pretty good. Okay, he's at 40 health. I have to hit him with 3 projectiles. I do not want him repairing the clone bay. We should be able to get this just fine. Take about 1 guy out in it, I think. Alright. No more life signs aboard the ship. We get to strip it of useful materials. This does help. Yeah, I've not tried any of the 3 challenge characters with Zone 5. I sort of fear like what my interest level is. Like I would get them, and then when the scores reset on full release, I'd be like, man, I don't want to do them again. Go ahead and get a buffer point in shields. There's worse, yeah, because you start in zone 5. Let's see. Make contact with an isolated NG science station who are staying behind despite the likelihood of Mantis invasion. We suggest you trial some experimental technology. Trial? Sure. Alright, there is shield number 3 then. Another store. 2, 3, 4. Plenty of jumps to burn before the exit if we need to. Do I want your data stores or do I just want 16 scrap? Oh, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, 16 scrap isn't enough scrap. Let's go with the data stores and hope we get a fight out of it instead. You accidentally, sweet, reactivate the ship's AI. Its weapons immediately go online. Prepare for a fight. Oh, you have cloaking. Fair enough. Alright, you already fired your missile. That's kind of hilarious. Oh, that is not hilarious. That's just not cool in general. And my door system's broken. Okay. Okay, you will repair doors. We will hack evasion. Alright, and we take down their weapon systems. .35% dodge. I don't know how I feel about that. Feeling before though, giving bullet nick crap about me hating Arya. Okay, so I wanted, let's see, it was 13 scrap, we got 29 instead. Nothing additional from the data place? Huh. I do like how there's characters everybody likes and hates. I mean, except for Monk, which everybody hates Monk, of course. It is amusing knowing the game. The idea that Monk is actually hated more so than Coda. You overhear Mantis comm chatter. Agreed. Next ship is your turn. Good hunting. They don't see you yet. Well, that's just objectively wrong. Pretty sure Elad likes Monk too. Well, that doesn't really count. I mean, he is Monk's father. Okay, let's attack this ship. What kind of stuff do you have? Teleport bomb and a burst weapon. So this should be an okay fight. We'll get boarded by the Mantis and a medbay. Cool. Alright, let's everyone get there and just kind of wreck the Mantis for a little bit. I don't need any evasion right now. Ooh, pretty strong teleport. Alright, now how's the right way to actually kill crew here? Alright. We got one. Oh, it's just a stun bomb. It's just a stun bomb, so we're totally fine then. Alright, waiting for my hack to go down so I can open those doors as I need them to. Okay, so now you're just being annoying. No one likes that. Mind control the mantis. Charge my weapon again. Okay. Yeah, okay, so 1 ion to shields, 2 still for the laser, that's fine. And now let's, needs to not have spirits, though. Yeah, no. Like, there are certain ways runs I can, like, tolerate ending, and, oh, he actually got out of there? Oh, that's a fire. With no life signs remaining on the ship, we get to strip it 1 missile, 1 drone, 29 scrap. But yeah, spirits just seem completely unfair with a character that, you know, you're trying to control the environment as much as possible, and there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, Monk is the one that sort of teaches you situational awareness. I mean, Arya, of course, maintaining the beat. Bolt, you have to think, you know, twice as fast. Respirator, Zoltan shield bypass, reconstructive teleport. Okay, I'm not boarding. Bunch of NGs. Drone control. Drones I don't want. Alright, so we just get a few repairs, it looks like. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, maximum of 4 jumps in this sector. Distress signals coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and their crew cannot approach without being fired on. Jeez. So the blue options here are cloaking, an ion weapon, any beam of some sort, or an NG, and we don't have any of those. Am I missing one? So it's like a chance for a very low scrap reward. Let's see, ion, cloaking, cloaking, more cloaking, or NG crew. That's weird. So, yeah, we'll take a bunch of hull damage. I don't feel like it to pick up just a couple extra scrap. Not worthwhile. 2, 3... I am totally not sure about 3. Hacking should be a blue option for that. I can't say I disagree. I think there could be a lot more blue options. Let's see, 16 scrap and a free anti-combat drone. Okay. Yeah, I totally could do 3. Now it's very apparent. Do I need fuel? I'm at 14 fuel right now. Do I buy 1 just to be polite? Sure. I don't know, maybe let's see, it could shoot down a drone. It's a defense system. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. We will intervene to defend that outpost. Chance of double rewards. You have hacking and a missile. What are you gonna hack? You're gonna hack my O2. How badly? I think we hack evasion here. Okay, that is pretty strong hack. So we'll take down their weapon system first, then we'll hit their hacking next. Hopefully. 3 shields against that weapon is now safe. Alright, we can just wait for the hack to ensure we actually hit this time. Alright, we got a breach in there. That's not getting repaired. Oh. Alright, we're actually almost fully trained. That's pretty cool. Ship breaks apart and we get a whopping 15 scrap. The outpost hails you. The scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. Here's another 29 scrap. Alright, that made it more worthwhile. Mantis controlled. Alright, so I actually want to stay in the middle to probably squeeze out a few extra jumps here. Let's see, what are my plans for this sector? Little light on power, do need another weapon online. Those are probably 2 big gets. Wouldn't turn down finding cloaking as well, so that's 150 scrap. We're pretty good on weapons. If we start floating too much scrap, I might just get another power in or minor improvement in engines. Help with evasions. Missiles are the big threat. Intruders on board. Alright, we're gonna mind control you guys to fight each other. Leave you alone. Alright, good fight. Also a touch low on crew. I would like at least 5 crew members. Small merchant ship messages you. Underground Federation comm channels are talking about your secret mission. Let us install a weapon for you. Good luck. Pegasus missile and 20 free scrap. Interesting. So let's see, Pegasus missile is 3 powers and a charge time of 20 seconds, but it fires 2 missiles for the cost of 1. I've actually had moderate success with this, but it also might have been part to a pre-igniter. The reason it's kind of nice is that it firing 2 missiles, the second missile typically will get past a defense drone. So it's actually somewhat viable for the second phase of the flagship fight. Probably won't install it. I mean, 3 power is a pretty big commitment for... Yeah, that would be full power weapon system. Teleporter signal detected. An intruder on deck. Again, we will exchange the Mantis. 44 scrap. Nice. Alright, 142. Stuff to sell. Sensors, clue teleporter. There is cloaking. Ooh. That is a decision. Yeah, we're not going to need that. Cloaking or double hull laser 2 with flak. I don't actually think I can do that. Alright, we're only in Sector 5. I probably have plenty of opportunities to find another weapon if I need one. But cloaking is way too strong to pass up. That's my thing to deal with missiles and a lot of other stuff. Yes! How am I already down to 11 fuel? Also not going to get the power for Pegasus. You hate hull lasers? Why do you hate hull lasers? I actually really hated the hull laser too the first time I used it because I wanted it to, like, finish off enemy ships. And of course I'm jaded about the, because I know about the, you know, burst laser 2 is way more amazing than it. Let's see, you detect and retrieve an escape pod floating nearby. You consider returning it to space when you learn it's a Manus. We have a clone base, so I believe that makes this safe. Let's just hit not jettison the pod. Which is what I normally do if I don't have a clone bay. Well, there went free crew. That's fine. You find a renovated scout floating near the beacon. They get the job done. Let's attempt to download the data stores. Ship activates. This is fine. Okay, 2 missile systems and some ions. Okay, I am willing to hack here. Make sure I damage your weapon systems. Oxygen online. I actually don't think I need the shield, more so than the evasion. Good dodge. Wow, the 41 evasion. That's gross. Good hits. But I hate them. They are slow. Yeah, 15 seconds is... That is, I would... Sort of one of the problems with FTL is really the lack of, like, quality weapons. You really feel that so many of them just are not viable. I mean, different people have different opinion about which weapons are good and which ones are not, but... Like, almost any weapon after... Yeah, 14 seconds, you probably don't want... Except Halberd Beam. Halberd Beam's like the one exception. I mean, at 17 seconds, it's pretty amazing. Depends on what difficulty. I suppose that's true. Well, yeah, someone asked earlier about weapon tiers, and I was like, well, you know, it depends on so many things. Like, does your weapon system support it? Also, if you have a 3-weapon system versus a 2-weapon system. Or, sorry, 4 weapon slots versus 3 weapon slots. A little bit light on power. How light am I actually on power? When I say little, I meant a lot. Okay, 30 scrap for another power bar. Let's see, discover one of the rebels' automated scouts. I don't want automated scouts. FTL charging, and you have a ridiculously long cloak time, I assume. Because that's what you do, you're an automated scout. You be getting level 2 hacking? What just got hit? My hacking? Let's see, I suppose with cloaking... I don't know. See, I was thinking engines next to burn some extra scrap since I got my cloak online. Oh, actually wait, no, 4 power now gets me my full dodge. So, let's see, if I don't need the engines online... versus a weapon versus hacking. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many jumps is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, check out the distress first. Dock and try to rescue the survivors. 22 scrap, 4 damage to the hull. Okay, well I did need the power bar. Now, do you do that just for a buffer point, or because you might want to shift over to like hacking shields? 2, 3 jumps. Oh, that's a giant missile. Hey, the civilian ship. Shield hack. Okay, double mantis borders. How do I want to deal with you guys? Okay, so I have cloak for this. I have enough projectiles for that. I don't have time to deal with you. For the first volley, you have mind control to lower evasion and hit their shields of piloting. Can't disrupt that. Cook their first volley, and the next volley takes out weapons. Okay, I was waiting for the missile to fire there. Kind of confused for a second. Let's go ahead and repair that. Okay, weapon system's actually down now. Gonna shift towards doing a crew kill if possible. Now only have the mantis left. No more life signs. Pirate ship. You hasten to contact the civilians. 34 scrap. The ship you saved was badly damaged in the battle. Most of the crew accepts your offer to be dropped off at a nearby station. Joins your crew. Okay, I'm going to be really careful and actually take the free crew member here. Welcome aboard. Just scratching at the doors of the burning room. There are... Yeah, I know. There pretty much every... I guess drowning isn't quite an option in FTL. That's going to be the next edition. You can just, like, somehow flood rooms with water. I guess that's asphyxiation's about the same thing. Set them on fire, shoot them in the face, have them beat each other to death, or choke them out with asphyxiation. Yeah, that's, I guess flipping off the med bay or so it hurts them is also kind of creepy. Are we the baddies? We're not the... What? No. 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 How could slugs... Look at this. Look at these slugs. Look at these adorable slugs. I mean, is that the face of a bad guy? No. We do have skulls. Those are friendly skulls. Those are happy skulls. You arrive at a system is hailed by a loyalist settlement. Upon learning the quest, they offer you supplies. 35 scrap. Nice. Rebel controlled or civilian sector? Let's go ahead and civilian sector. Why not? A store? Here? Store early. Looking. Stuff. Okay, I do need some fuel. Few hull repairs. Boy, I'd almost actually take hull missiles or something. Breach, fine. Alright, but this is Sector 6. Defensive-wise, system-wise, we're set. Okay. And here we go. Sand shows a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. Chance of double rewards. I'm cool with that. We will attack the pirates. You have a clone bay. Alright, so what exactly do I need to dodge? Have a basic laser, the ion. Need at least 2 shields up so the halberd beam doesn't hurt. Go ahead and cloak that. Ah, no dodges. What? Wow, they just suddenly jumped away and everything was going for them. Let's see, alright, we give up, we're terrible at this pirating anyways. Kind of terrified to get that repair done. Mantis and a human. Piracy cannot be forgiven. Okay, they're still trying to get away. Gonna send the Mantis in there? Okay, no, they have a fire. Oh, just one-shot it. That's amazing. Okay, you're going to fix the shields. You're going to try and repair piloting. Where are you going? Yeah, you're at 13 health. I'm not going to get a crew kill at this point. Yeah, they're not moving. You pick through the remains and contact the settlement. 44 scrap, 2 fuel, 1 missile. An additional 2 missiles, 1 drone, 22 scrap. Sorry, we cannot give you more. That's okay. At least you gave me something. You didn't run away from your settlement on a planet. I mean, yeah, it's really disappointing. Mantis. That's a sun. That's a ship with a fairly substantial missile. And you're gonna board me with 2 rocks, okay? I'm just bursting right in there. Okay, that was my clone bay. That is kind of not good. Oh man, it has so much health. Okay, that's the fire. That was not actually timed. Okay. Doors are closed. I have to repair this in case a fire does something horrible. Fire in the doors? Why is there fire in the doors? Uh, 19 scrap? No, that is not enough for your lives, I'm afraid. There's a fire in the med bay. Okay, 41 scrap. Let's get out of here before the next solar flare, if you don't mind. Let's see. Begin charging your FTL drive to do a quick scan of local planet. You find the ruins of a recently destroyed Federation colony on the surface. There must be a rebel ship in the vicinity. I think we're enough ahead that we won't get stuck in a dive here. Let's go looking for them. Okay, defense drone, anti-drone, beam drone, halberd beam, and a burst. Alright, Elad, well, catch you later. Will you be casting tomorrow? Cool. I'll try and catch you tomorrow then. Okay, so the 2 beam weapons shouldn't be a problem. It's going to be tough for those 2 to time to actually do us damage, so we're relatively safe here. Did not get through. Alright. Let's not even worry about it. Oh, I actually shut down the other drone. Interesting. Oh, you can go ahead and work on the doors. Not really necessary, but... You're offering me 22 scrap as a surrender. I don't think so. Alright, let's see if I can do enough damage to get them to actually try and go for the med bay. They did! Alright, no more life signs aboard. We get another 36 scrap, 2 missiles, 1 drone. See, once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools and they've just tried to shut down my engines. Okay, so this would leave me with a single engine. And that's a burst 5, as well as... Do I want my evasion, or do I want to be able to hack here? So I could cloak this missile, and then my weapons would actually be enough. So... Oh, it's a chain ion. I just saw the 3 bumps. Okay, this... a little bit different. Okay, we'll just vent that out for the time being. Cloak. Mind control. Alright, weapon systems dunked. Alright, turned off my oxygen. Yeah, you run away. I don't even treat my crew well. Did you just board? Madness. Oh, we got sniped. Alright, try to do creative crew kills here. Pirate ship disabled. Your engines come online again. 42 scrap, 2 fuel. Okay. Probably going to have to cure a couple members here in the airlock. Feeling right as rain in a moment. Fortunately, that was our evasion, so that just dropped by a, what, 5% then? So it means when we cloak, I actually won't be at 100%. Let's manually search the wreckage for survivors and equipment. We do have a clone bay. Wow, what a find. 23 scrap and an NG. Very okay. Don't really have a place for you, NG. That's okay, we'll just put you in O2. Don't want you O2. I suppose that's fine. So you detect an automated rebel scout attacking a refueling outpost. We will defend that outpost. You do have drones. Looks like a ion weapon and a chain laser. And a small bomb. Okay, not a Combat 2 drone, so not super nasty. Okay, don't need mind control. Hack evasion here. No breach? Okay. Want to cloak the ion bomb. That is a bad time. Okay, and we're now safe for the rest of the fight. Alright, probably drop the piloting with this volley, and should be good to go. Two fuel, 2 missiles, 23 scrap. The outpost hails us and offers us another 46 scrap. Okay, I didn't see a store here, so let's go ahead with the level 3 hack then. Two, three. We might actually dive here. I mean, with hacking cloaking, it's relatively safe. See, the weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. We will intervene and defend that outpost. Okay, here comes the ion intruder. Where are you landing? O2. Okay. If I can dunk their weapons, I should be able to manage a crew kill here. to do this. Okay, do want to cloak the missile. Okay, that little beep is the get out of there command. So my guys don't get stunned. Why did only 2 shots hit? Did I actually hit the shield wrong? Okay. Did not time that well then. You should probably not be in oxygen right now while there's a breach in there. My oxygen's stunned. Oh, for some reason I actually thought I destroyed that, not that it was running around wrecking my ship. I was like, wow, that NG and human did some work. Oh, that's right, it's only a 1-person clone bay. This is fine. There, yeah, ion intruders bounce between annoying and worthless. This one is probably just annoying. Well, no, I'm sorry. They bounce between, like, terrifying and just annoying. So this is only annoying. It's not really affecting systems. Hey, Cyber Billy, how's it going? I got an ion intruder hanging out. Alright, so we got 43 scrap plus 39. Ion intruder is busted. But I will have a breach in my O2. I got a store there. Okay, let's go ahead and repair this. Okay, so now I'm just not paying attention. So we fixed the breach when it left the room. Okay. Woke up from a nap. Naps are pretty amazing. 285 scrap seems like enough to visit the store. Weapon of amazingness? No weapon of amazingness. Fire suppression, FTL jammer, and a hack stun. And drones, I can't even get drone control. That's all pretty much garbage. Unless I just want crew for the sake of getting crew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crew. Yeah, no thank you. So let's go ahead and buy one more power bar. So you located a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently. while we send in that NG to calm down the infective. 4 missiles, 22 scrap. 2, 3, 1. 3 jumps. You arrive at the next beacon, only to be immediately hailed by a small shuttle. Help us, we're being attacked by pirates. Well, pirates, that's no joke. My brother's high school intramural basketball team were actually called the Banana Slugs. Because what else would you call them? Zoltans are no fun. Yeah, Phase 3 is going to be pretty gross with our current weapon setup. Trying to take down the Zoltan shields. Where's the pilot? There you are. Ooh, good dodges. Of course, I'm being facetious. I don't like that you're dodging. Nah, just be on the safe side. One fuel, 2 missiles, 46 scrap. Civilians. Oh, that was close. Ship you save was badly damaged in the battle. Badly damaged in the battle. I like that. Most of the crew accepts you offer to be dropped off at a nearby station, but one offers to join the crew. Welcome aboard, Beth, the Fixin' Human. Okay, it looks like we'll get only 2 more jumps here. Greetings, it is so good to see you. We've been out of fuel and floating out. No wonder everyone's out of fuel, because we've been getting tons of fuel. Have to fuel. Thank you so much. We have not much to offer, but take a look at the sector scans we took. Your map is updated. Sweet. Interesting. You hosed me. You hosed me for my fuel. This area shows signs of battle from some time ago. Most scattered remains of ships. One station appears to be intact. This isn't the one where if I investigate, I get, like, some gross disease, right? Let's see. Low scrap, low scrap, low scrap. Okay, well, let's move into examine the station. You dock at the station and take a look inside. However, no sooner do you open the airlock than pirates burst in. Meanwhile, scanners pick up previously undetected pirate ship moving to attack. What is wrong with my scanners, other than they don't actually exist? Intruders on board. Alright, 2 filthy humans. Okay, it's probably going to be a while before I actually mind control anybody. So we'll just do this. Let's see, 22 scrap. I don't think that's a good enough offer there. One fuel, 47 scrap. Alright, so we're about to go diving in Sector 6. Just to help alleviate the chance of anything going wrong here. We'll only get one fuel out of this fight, so I'm just inclined to hack their weapons and cloak under the ASB of these guys. Wow, those are definitely weapons. Got a flak 2, large missile, and a burst. We're also going to get boarded here. Yeah, so I don't actually have to mind control the enemy ship. Not concerned about it. Alright, and we'll just skedaddle while the skedaddling's good. Civilian or civilian sector? I choose civilian. Especially Willendar pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unharmed. We will never surrender our crew to slavers. That sounded convincing, right? My crew totally believes that. Boy, I'm actually kind of starting to run a little low on drone parts here. See if I can get away without actually having to use any. Cool, missile one down. Okay, that's the thing I cloak. Come on, don't make me actually use a drone part. The Borden NG. Alright. Use Desperate now. Ooh. Alright, well, the weapon system's pretty much down, but that's a little bit gross getting ioned in the weapons there. The slow fight. We surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they all die anyways. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we actually pass on crew and just get scrap. Surrender is not an option. Okay, mind control the pilots. Two missiles, one drone, 64 scrap. Alright, let's go ahead and kill off Phillips here. Bring back with the clone bay, full health. Yeah, so pretty much just looking for a weapon right now. I mean, we'll get various buffer points in Sector 8, but... just need more projectiles. Do I want to sell drones? I do not. You find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them asking what's wrong. Help, we're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders. That is no joke. Let's go send the crew in. Fen is gone. Fen is back. Alright, let's check out what's at the first store. Do you have weapons? Do you have long-range scanners? You have a heavy laser too. So is the heavy laser too greedy? Because that's a 3-powered weapon system? Plus 65 scrap? Because it is, what, 285 to get it online? But I'm not going to spend scrap on anything else. The other problem is my power situation. Boy, I think I actually pass on the heavy laser 2 here. I have one power bar basically floating right now. I would need an additional 2, which I don't have, so I'd have to take away from other systems and then get that upgraded for another 280 some scrap. So the question is, do I go ion, stunner, or charge ion? Alright, actually gonna go the charge ion here. It's gonna take me less upgrade. I will have the power for it, and it'll actually be almost as effective, if not more so, against the Zoltan shields potentially for phase 3. Oh, another store. Okay, I actually don't want to go that way then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then back. Aid the civilian ship. Cloaking. Mind control here. Cloak the missile. They're going to cloak in response. Alright, the guy Mantis doing repairs. Nice. Battle of the Cloaks. Exciting, exciting times. Let's not fix weapons. You don't really need to focus so hard on weapons, it's really hard for them to damage you. I suppose that's, like, true in a sense that it's true. The Jukes. But we were having such a lovely time. Having slightly less of a lovely time now. Come on, just need 2 more hits. 2 fuel, 50 scrap, plus an anti-personnel drone. They have the repair mantis. The civilian ship wisely made a fast retreat. You scum. Is it worthwhile actually jumping back to the store to sell the anti-personnel? I kind of don't think so. That is my only jump. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 probably. No, I'm going to have to burn a jump probably anyways. Alright. Well, of course there's a burst laser 2 here. And a small bomb. Yeah, I think small bomb's way more worth than anything else. I mean, I do have 59 missiles. I can spam the bejeebus out of it. Alright, not gonna worry about you anymore. Thank you for your short trip aboard our ship. Get off. You see, all of our military ships have been destroyed or damaged during the rebellion. However, there are reports of a Mantis war camp only a few jumps from us. Can you help? Pledge to do what we can. I do not have a firebomb, though. But I do actually now have a missile weapon, which I think initiates a fight. 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will intervene and defend the outpost, as we always do. Okay, so we actually should just be able to straight up cloak this. Really? I want to actually slug on the weapons, because that's kind of where he's supposed to be. Alright, and now we cloak. Okay, should be good now. Should be good. Oh wow, one of the crew already died? How did I not notice that? Slick. Got boarded again. Yeah, we're totally going for a crew kill here. Alright, with the crew dead, we quickly salvage what we can. 1 fuel, 2 missiles, 64 scrap. The outpost hails you with another 2 fuel, 47 scrap. Alright, well, that's probably going to be our systems then. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, we will attack you, slaver scum. Drones, missiles, Vulcan. That's cool. You got double mantis and a rock. But no Med or Clone Bay. So we cloak the missile, we'll take out their weapon system. Well, I guess I could powder that first. Alright, weapon system is now down. Oh, they got a repair bot. That is not okay. Yeah, I don't actually need crew, even if it is a fighting mantis. Oh no, a hull damage. Cloak. That actually start a fire. Oh man, not my mind control. Gosh. Dang it. Are you really saying? No, that's right. Have the repair bot over there. Keep forgetting that. That's why the repairs are actually happening. Alright, it appears the slaves did not survive the fighting. You find their burnt bodies in the hold, but before you strip the ship, you hear faint noises in the wall. 65 scrap and Martin! Welcome aboard, Martin. Alright, I'm not going to kill Beth off. Pretty sure this is going to be a boarding mantis ship here, if we initiate the fight. Just getting some buffer points. I mean, all of our power is currently spoken for. Oh, a small bomb doesn't count as a missile weapon? It would be suicide to attack directly. As you try to leave, the patrol spots you. Okay, fair enough. Well, sirens begin to blare around the camp, and a ship moves in to attack. Okay, you got a medbay 1, 2, 3, 4 mantis, and an NG. Doubled halberd beam and a burst. This ship actually can't hurt us. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna let the engine get in the action over here. Really, actually didn't need the 3-powered That didn't kill him? I thought he was at 30 health. Was it my NG who's at 30 health and I misread it? Huh. I thought I was going to be cute and actually small bomb my own ship for victory there. Okay, we'll go ahead and mind control the pilot and we'll just small bomb in here. Ooh, fire. Super good. Let's not do repairs. You fixed it. Good job. I think I started 59 bombs when I bought the small bomb. Alright. With the patrol ship taken care of, you hasten to leave. It won't be long before other ships catch up. 69 scrap. Okay, one more then to the exit. Probably, not probably. We'll be taking a break once I actually make it to Sector 8. Just saying in advance. Pay your toll? No, I reject your offer. 2 crews, ult and shield. That is a lot of ions. That is quite a few ions you have there. You missed? I never miss. There we go. Okay, we got a breach in there now. Got a fire going. I got juked by a rock? Ugh, that's embarrassing. Alright, 4 fuel, 61 scrap now that the crew is dead. To the exit. You arrive at the long-range beacon when the FTL drive is charged. We can jump to the next sector, have a free defense drone 1, and 26 scrap. Thank you so very much. The last stand. Alright, you arrive at the outpost close to the Federation base. Your access code gets you past initial security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation base's Admiral. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" "We're the pizza delivery people." Oh, that is met with murmurs in cynicism and disbelief. It was totally only 35 minutes. They have to pay for the pizza. General Churchill of the Anti-Gate speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none. I'm not going to get a tip for this, am I? It is settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We will do what we can to hold off their warships, but you must succeed in destroying this flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs and fuel, with other repair stations can provide aid as well. Good luck. Not getting that repair station. Ooh, I like the one kind of directly near the base. Tip 10 scrap. Well, they gave me 10 fuel and 10 hull repair. I guess that's something. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to take a brief break, and then we'll hopefully be able to take down the flagship from here. It's going to be about 3 minutes. And hope to see you on the other side. Be right back. Alright, so thank you to those who waited. Pretty much scrap is superfluous at this point. We can't power anything more than what we already are. So just getting some buffer points in systems so they can take a single damage and still operate at the capacity I want them to operate at. Instead of sleeping, I stuck around. That is a good decision. Some might say the best decision. I would be one of those. So yeah, we don't actually have to hop around getting other fights. We're just going to go to the base as fast as possible. Your ship is here. We found you at last. Prepare to die. That is a lot of pew-pews. about the only concern I have is that I do only have about 12 drone parts. So if we hit the repair station, we'll get 5 from that and be good for the final fight. Okay, let the engine get in on the action here. Oh, that's right. The dead body has to kind of like despawn. Alright. Orders have been dealt with. Bombs, on the other hand, we have plenty of those. Alright, you win. Here's some equipment from our stores. Leave us alone. 6 fuel, 70 scrap, and a backup DNA battery. I think we let them live. So now we got a backup DNA battery. Neat. That means if our clone bay actually gets damaged, our crew is still saved in the databanks. Yeah, so crew is safe in clone storage even if the system is off or broken. So it's not something we even remotely need. It's just a cool little bonus. See, you don't hear the re-re. Our crew is just they're chilling out. Okay, that's going to get taken over. Do I have a choice in the matter, though? I really don't. So that's going to be a dive. It's going to be a particularly nasty looking ship. Yeah, it's a dive we'll just try to run from. Hopefully the next one isn't a dive. Not 100% sure I'm going to save all their positions because of the Phase 3 mind control. Maybe it won't matter. Okay, so we dive here. They're going to shoot us with ASBs, which we will cloak under. We will hack their weapon system. I probably have to actually power up things for them to work. That might be... Okay, we can just vent that. They're dealt with. Might as well see if we can take down some of their weapons. really don't want that missile to come off. Okay, now we can just cloak. Okay, now to dive. Federation ship, you have cloaking. Okay, well, we can use mind control on these people. We're just gonna hack piloting here, take their evasion offline. Okay, let's go ahead and just send a couple bodies in there. They'll cloak in response. Oh wait, my hack was up. I should have hacked there. That's okay. This is actually kind of getting annoying. We're just farming repair experience, though. It's fine. And shield experience, all part of the long-term plan. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the hack to get up. They're gonna cloak before I can attack them again. Go ahead. Alright, this fight is over now. He says, and then like it repairs its piloting just in time to dodge. Nope. Cool. 62 scrap, 2 missiles, and a drone part. Yeah, I'm just gonna go hit up the repairs, make sure I have all the items I need. 17 hacks, that'll be enough. We'll go to the base and wait for the flagship to arrive. You arrive near the Federation base to find the bulk of their fleet skirmishing with rebel forces. You hang back near the far side of the moon to avoid the conflict. There's not much you can do to help in that battle, and your mission holds the key to turn the tide of war. You prepare to face the flagship. Alright, so the flagship's going to be here in a jump. Let's see. Buffer point in evasion or buffer point in weapons. Alright, let's go ahead and just get a buffer point in weapons. I don't have one in mind control, so I'll get one now. Everything else is maxed. At least to the level I want them to be. Got the doors and piloting. Crew is set. And here we go. This is it, the Rebel flagship. If you are able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving. There is no turning back. Alright, so yeah, phase 1, it's going to have cloaking, hacking, doors, this little annoying ion weapon. It's going to start the fight with a cloak and a hacking. We'll see what it hacks and then proceed from there. If it's a bad hack, we might actually have to jump from the fight and try again. Piloting. Okay, we can actually live with a piloting hack. So what we are going to do is hack their shields. And we wait. Cloak under the missiles. Want to ensure we actually take that missile system down, so we'll hit it with every shot we can and mind control the pilot to lower their evasion even more. Now they're going to cloak before we get off a second round of shots, that's okay. Main goal is to keep trying to make sure that whistle system doesn't come up and hopefully get a couple crew kills. So I'm going to focus on crew kills right now. If possible. Oh, they got away. No! Okay, we can cloak the missiles again. Let's go ahead and mind control in shields. Got a couple crew kills there. Maximize evasion. No flawless victory. Double fires. Okay, we'll get the two engines to put out the fires. Let's see, is there anybody worthwhile mind controlling here? I don't actually think so. Why did I do that? It's cloaked. Alright. Shields are down, there's no oxygen in there, we're focused on crew kills. I don't mind eating a couple missiles to ensure that they don't have that many boarders for the next phase. Alright, so let's make sure all of our weapons are up. Wait till after they cloak to ensure I don't botch it up to maximize at least killing somebody. Okay, got another crew kill. There's the cloak. Our weapons are full. Alright, mind control here. Alright, that actually didn't go too bad. Let's go ahead and just fix the oxygen. Only 3 damage. Looks like we got quite a few crew kills there as well. We're now going to actually wait for the flagship to come back. Aside from allowing our crew to heal up without having to kill any of them off, it's going to set up the Phase 3 portion of the flagship fight, which allows our base to be a safe jump and allows us to deal with boarders. So yeah, I'm going to just wait now for Phase 2, which is going to be a lot of drones. Alright, we chased down the flagship by staying where we were, and we discovered it is heavily damaged from the previous fight. Scans indicate it has redirected considerable power to its drones. Get ready for a fight. Yeah, so we lost the cloak, the hack, and the ion weapon. We'll now deal with a lot of drones. But geez, we're already down to 3 crew, so that Phase 1 went really well then. They're going to have a combat drone 1, a beam drone 1, a boarding drone, and a defense drone. So our plan is to sneak our hack past the defense drone. And then I'll probably actually target its drone system. Because if they take these 2 drones offline, the fight goes a lot easier. Now we're going to turn our drone on and off to get past the drone here. Sometimes it doesn't work. Try again. There's the intruder, and wow, Clone Bay, I can pretty much just ignore him. Well, hopefully I can get away with ignoring him. Alright, power that up to max. Start hacking the shields. Okay, so we can go ahead and mind control the pilot now. Alright, so the shields are down, the pilot is mind controlled, and we dealt 2 damage to their piloting. So that means their evasion's 0 because we kicked off the autopilot. Alright, so here's the thing we want to cloak. Nah, I'm just not even going to risk crew in there. We'll take 1 damage, I'm fine with that. Alright, we've actually stopped being attacked, so we've done enough. Yeah, the drone system's offline, so boarding drone down, all the offensive drones down. We'll try and take out the missile system here, so this will be a while for our hack to come back up. See, not nearly as scary. Their evasion's still down, so our bomb should hit. Alright, missile system back down. Drones are down. Another crew kill. I don't think I actually need mind control anymore. Okay, so we actually don't want to kill off any more crew, because then the AI will take over. We'll go ahead and cloak this just to make 100% certain we're fine through this phase. Hack down the 1 shield. Alright. And that's phase 2. We actually took no damage from that phase and killed off all but 1 crew. Okay, let's open up our ship doors, because we do still have the breach from the boarding drone. Level 2 oxygen, all the doors open should allow them to repair without taking asphyxiation damage. Let's see, there was a guy in the main area and the one in the weapons room. Okay, so yes, there's technically 2 crew left. The guy in the weapons on the beam weapon on the right side of the ship, that weapon falls off for phase 3, so they're gone, and the pilot never boards us. So that's the 1 crew member we get to leave alive, so that the artificial intelligence doesn't take over the ship and start doing mass levels of auto repairs. It'll be so much slower with only 1 person doing the fixing. It also reduces the evasion to a certain degree. Because the AI kind of cheats. Yeah, he's just chilling in deep space. The AI sort of cheats in regards to automated ships actually act as if they are being piloted. They don't take the penalties of like autopilot being engaged. All right. So we're still going to jump into the flagship here in case something goes horribly wrong. We can jump back to the base. But we should be pretty good here. Yeah, 1 crew. You're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with the amount of damage it has sustained. It looks like it's transferred its power to a teleporter as well as some kind of super weapon. Be prepared, this is it. Yeah, so we have a Zoltan shield we're going to have to do 10 damage to. It now has... So like phase 1 it only has 2 engines, phase 2 it is 3, but now it has 6. That's a lot of dodge. We're just going to auto fire weapons until they hit. We'll cancel out their mind control with our own. Only need level 1 mind control to cancel out even level 3 mind control. Like so. We can't hack it until the shield is down though. Lindsay's fine. Aw, calling out lurkers. That's not cool. Okay, got mind controlled. The shield is... Zoltan shield is down. We'll once again hack the shields. Oxygen should be good. Oh, they snuck in 2 hits. That's fine. Alright, once we take the missile weapon down, we should be okay. I do have a fire on board. We should be okay though, because of the level doors that we have. It's almost going to be impossible for it to spread. Okay, this we do want to cloak under. Alright, should be good the rest of the way. Mind controlling the doors person. Rude. Wow, I must have mistimed it and not been early enough, so we got snagged there. Okay, fire has now actually spread to the hacking. We can just vent that out. No, I can't actually mind control my dude back. No! Oh wow, so many fires. Okay, that's actually now a problem. Zoltan shield came back on. It's okay, got caught by the DNA battery. Should cloak this. Okay, crew is dead, doesn't matter. And that's GG. Yay! The banana slugs got there. Well, that was actually pretty clean run. I think there's only one mistake where there was a hack on a ship at one point that I really kind of screwed up on, but everything else went pretty all right. Don't think I have any complaints. I'll have to check back later. Thank you so very much for the GGs. Thank you also for the host, Ron Klee with the raids, especially. With that, I will be calling it a night. 5365. We only defeated 31 ships? What?